Hi, Fern families. It's woodworking day at Teacher Natalie's house. And first of all, I want to show you what you need in order to do the woodworking project. Now, each of you has received in the bag that you picked up from school or delivered from school, there should be 2 pieces of wood. And some of your children have already progressed pretty far. So I'm just going to show you from the start, just in case you have one of those kids who really just has 2 pieces of wood. Let's show you what you need. So each of the pieces of wood has a different pattern on it. And ultimately, these will be cut out and put together, and they will make a boat. I don't have my boat. It's at school, so I'm actually going to make a new boat alongside all of you and show you that way. So you need your 2 pieces of wood. You'll need some sort of a clamp and some sort of a table that you can clamp things on. That is, wide enough to fit both a piece of wood and the tabletop. Now I'll show you what this table looks like underneath, just so you know. This is like a heavily damaged outside piece of furniture, so it's pretty indestructible. And if you've got something like that, I recommend it. Sometimes saws try and experiment with sawing the table. It's happened before, so don't use your good furniture. This is I suppose there's probably a name for it, but I'm not really sure what it is. It's like a Japanese, it's not a pruning saw. It's just a handheld saw. I got mine at Hida Tools on San Pablo in Berkeley, and they're like $10. You can also buy bigger pruning saws that look like this, like at Home Depot, but the teeth are too strong, and they basically like gouge out the wood and make it a really, really hard job for sanding. So if you can get a fairly fine saw, these ones are just a nice size for the children's hands, but there are also other children who can handle a regular saw. So it's fine to see what your kid can handle. So there's your saw that you'll need. You'll also need another saw. This is called a coping saw. And if you have to buy one, I'd recommend getting a package of blades to go with it, because the blades break quite often. So the coping saw you're going to use for this inside piece. So the other thing that you need that I don't have in front of me right now is a drill. Most of you probably have an electric drill at home, and in the kindergarten we use a handheld drill, which is really fun. Just use whatever you've got to make your holes at these ends, and you'll learn about how to do this, but you'll need a drill, and you'll also need a coping saw. And let's see, then you will need a rasp or 2. These are all different, I don't know what the word is, different strengths of rasps. This one's a very coarse rasp. This one's nice because it has some coarse elements, and it also has some finer elements, and it has a little curve possibility to it. So as your children are working on their boats, this might be one of the more versatile rasps that you can buy. You can just get these at Home Depot or your hardware store. But it is nice to have one that has really strong teeth, because if your child has a really profound gouge in their wood, you're going to need a pretty strong rasp to get that out. And then you can see this one's a really fine one. So if you have these kinds of things at your house, you will enjoy using those. This can put a really soft line on your boat. And yeah, we're in the School of Hard Knocks over here. Only one of these has a handle, and your children might notice that, and they might say, "Oh, this is hard. It's hard. It won't hurt them. But yes, I mean, you can buy handles for them, and if you can, go for it. And if you don't feel the need, they'll be fine. Then you will also need some sort of wood glue and a variety of sandpapers, from really quite rough all the way to very, 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 very fine. And beyond that, you will just need some watercolor paint of some sort, and I can help you problem solve on different painting options for your boat. And then I will be putting together masts and sails to send out to you in the coming weeks. So that's something that I didn't have prepared in time to send home with you. So I'll send that out, or have a pickup option for masts and sails. But that is what you need. What we have right here is what you'll need to make your child's woodworking project happen. And yes, all of these things, all of these tools your children will handle. I always keep a little basket, tiny little basket of Band-Aids with all of our woodworking stuff, because fingers do get nicked and knuckles get scraped. They'll be fine. Give them a Band-Aid and carry on.